Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for being here and for all of your support. Today's pick a card reading is an interesting one. We are going to see how does the person who is on your mind, how do they think you see them? In front of me, I have 3 different options, each with a different image of a heart. This is group 1, group 2, and group 3. Choose the one that really calls out to you. Okay, let's get started. Hey, group number 1. Okay, so how does your person think you see them? Okay, group number 1. So right away when I tapped into your cards, the impression that I got is that you're a person, they think you view them as being stubborn. Okay, so with whatever went down between you guys, I'm just getting this feeling of them being like this mountain and just like standing their ground and not budging, not even trying to see things from your point of view is what I'm getting. And yeah, and then with the Queen of Diamonds here, I'm definitely getting, you know, like I said, like it just goes hand in hand with it. Like there is just such, they know that you see them as being stubborn, you know, not budging, not willing to hear what you have to say. And I feel like, you know, when you guys were talking, once this mode kicked in, like you weren't getting anywhere with the Zen garden here, okay? It's kind of like a, well, no, this is more the labyrinth garden. So yeah, it's kind of like, you know, trying to talk to this person and get anything out of them was like going through a maze, okay? Like you weren't getting anywhere is what I'm seeing. And you both were just kind of left more hurt and confused. So I'm definitely seeing though that this person got caught up in their feels with the Pisces card, and it's like, I'm just getting the feeling that this person was the type to want to jump ship, like as soon as things got rocky between you two. So instead of communicating, you know, working things out, this person was kind of immature. So they see that you see them as being stubborn and immature, you know, and kind of like the feeling that I'm getting is like they quit on this connection, like they didn't really fight for it, okay? That's also coming through. And I feel like this person just kind of keeps to themselves. Like, even if you hear from this person like here or there, I don't feel like, again, you guys are getting anywhere. So it's kind of like you're like, okay, what is their deal? Because I feel like, you know, you guys were willing to work things out. You still, you know, felt emotions and connected. And it was like, you're more of like, no, like, let's work for this, like let's fight for this if it means anything. And this person didn't want anything to do with that. They would rather like this person doesn't know how to handle conflict maturely is what I'm seeing. So like they don't do anything, they just like quit talking, they shut down, they keep to themselves is what I'm getting with this. Somewhere though, I do feel like they do see that you guys, they do believe that you guys think deep down though they do want to try someday is what I'm getting, and that's the impression I'm getting. And I feel like that's like why you guys hold on, because they're not wrong about that. But yeah, so it's like they're currently healing and still have hope for you guys. That's what you are viewing them. You're viewing them as like them retreating right now and, you know, tending to themselves, and like once they feel more like themselves, I feel like you guys think like they will, you know, reconnect with you. Okay, so let's look at some more cards. So we have the Unicorn, Justice Reverse, and Slave. Okay, so what's also coming through here, so they also feel like when you guys do view them in a better light, you guys, they do feel like you acknowledge that this person was like one of a kind, unique, and like a gem, okay? So they do feel like, you know, you both felt like this connection between you guys was unique and it was special and, you know, like a real, like, amazing connection. And yeah, and I feel like, you know, they felt the same way about you guys as well, is what I'm seeing with that. Like it was definitely this mutual thing when things were going well. So a mutual recognition of that. And I do feel like you guys had the potential, you know, to really have an amazing connection. And it does have that feeling of like anything being possible. I'm seeing though, you know, I feel like this person, as soon as things get rocky, it's like their insecurities and fears pop up, and it's like they kind of end the connection by not trying so as to not get hurt. So I'm definitely sensing some kind of sabotage move here. Okay, so what's interesting with the Justice card? No, I want to go to Slave first. Okay, so with Slave, what I'm seeing with that is like your person might have had some kind of outside influence that kind of had power over them, and it might have like negatively influenced or affected this connection with you. Okay, so it's almost like somebody gave their 2 cents to your person, and this person values this person's opinion, and I feel like that might have also played into this connection ending. That's possible for some of you. That's not going to be for all of you. But it is like this person was kind of bound to something, okay? And it did affect this. It could have even have been work. It could have been like, you know, this person, they're always covering other people's shifts, so they never have any time for you, okay? It's going to be different for everyone, but yeah, there's just something that, like some kind of outside factor that played a role though in keeping this person bound to something, okay? It could have been a person, it could have been work. Take what resonates. Okay, so this is interesting. Justice reversed. So, okay, maybe you guys posted something, I don't know, but I feel like this person had a moment where they were like posting with somebody to make it look like they've moved on from you, and maybe for some of you they have moved on, but I'm really feeling like this was triggered by jealousy, okay? So there's something you guys posted, said, or did that made this person like, oh no, like, no way. They're not getting away with that, is the feeling I'm getting. And like, then they made sure that they end up posting something. Yeah, it's kind of like to one up you guys. But in the meantime, I'm really getting the impression though that even if they are with somebody new, like they don't have that same like unique special connection that you two had, okay? It's just more like it was in retaliation to something you posted, you know? Like you gave the impression that you were living your best life, whether you were posting with somebody else or not. Like that's the vibes I'm getting. And they were like, oh, okay, so this person's happy without me. All right, I'll show them. As far as that goes with how you view them though, it's kind of like they don't know if you view them as jealous or not, but like I mean, on some level they know that, you know that, but like, it's more like they want you to see them like acting like they're fine without you is what I'm getting with this, okay? Like, because that's how you're coming across. So they want to mirror that back is what I'm seeing. Yeah, it's interesting. Like on one hand, I do think they think, you know, you think they're tough, like this mountain here, like a tough, solid person inside as well as outside. But it's kind of like, and I do think you view that, but like they also kind of know, due to the way things ended between you guys, that you view them as like tough in every area. But when it came to this relationship, you feel like, no, you know, they were weak. Like they didn't fight for it. They didn't try. So yeah, I'm getting the impression that you guys are like, who is that person that I was with? Like they're not the same person, because I do feel like with the Queen of Diamonds here, they know that you saw them as being like just this real, like a provider, you know, like someone who was there for somebody who was warm, kind, you know, like wanting the same things in life, wanting to build together. And then it all got dashed is what I'm seeing. And then they turned this stubborn streak against you due to pride, really, and wanting to protect themselves. Okay, group number 1, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments, and if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Okay, group number 2. Okay, so how do they think you see them? Okay, group number 2. So right away, a bunch of different things are coming through for how they think you see them. So we'll start with the House card. So what I'm getting with that is that overall they feel like, you know, you view them as being this kind of like that, it's like that coming home feeling, you know, and like everything is right in your world when you're with this person, like all is okay. Like they know that they provide that for you guys, okay, and that you see them like that. And I feel like, you know, it's just like that sense of security and feeling like that, just that completeness, you know, and like, yeah, just like love and feeling like everything's okay. Like you, yeah, so that's interesting. This starts off sweeter than the other piles, but yeah, so they know that, you know. But with the Six of Diamonds here in particular, though, there's something about this person I'm seeing with that. I feel like I give more than I get. So I feel like this person has a fear of like not wanting to be taken advantage of money-wise, okay? And that's not personal, okay? I feel like this person might have been taken advantage of before in the past, and they might be projecting that onto you currently, okay? That's possible. So they probably, you know, were dealing with that fear when you guys cut off from this connection. It's possible. At least that could have been one of the things that was the problem. Okay, so along with that, this person also comes across the like a giver with the Six of Diamonds. So I feel like, you know, like they're kind of that type that like they know, you know, like, oh, if I, you know, give this person gifts and treat them out, you know, take them out, and it's like a part of them loves doing that, and then another part of them has that fear come in like, oh, but is that what they're gonna want me for, you know? So yeah, this person had this double-edged sword going on. And also I'm also kind of getting like, it's kind of like that fake nice feeling of like when a person, you know, does nice things but expects something in return type feeling, okay? I'm kind of getting a little bit of that. Like I don't feel like this person just operates like that, but like there's something going on with give and take with this person, okay? And they're just kind of calculating in that way. So yeah, you know, they do think you view them like that. Like on one hand, like they're like this security and you feel amazing when with them, but on the other hand, they also know that you view them like you've caught on to these patterns, you know, if you knew this about them. So you know they have a fear when it comes to money and giving and being taken advantage of. Okay, so this is interesting. With the speaker card, it's possible for some of you this person is in the spotlight or they speak for a living. And if it's none of that, I feel like this person's just a good communicator, okay? And I feel like you guys had great conversations, and that's one of the things that you loved about this person, okay? So that's coming through for they know that you know that about them, okay? And I feel like they like that trait about themselves as well. Okay, so they think that you think that deep down, like they're going to come back around, like they're going to come to their senses and be like, hey, will you choose me? Yeah. Somewhere deep down, they do think that. Okay, and that goes for, they do feel like you think deep down this person is the one. So they don't feel like you're over this connection, and you don't feel like they're over this connection. And then we have this card, number 3, caught. Okay, so it's like they went off somewhere, okay? I'm getting like nomad, likes movement, they are a catch. So it's almost like this person kind of took off, okay? And it doesn't have to be literally, but I am getting though that you guys are in minimal communication. So there's a cutoff feeling with that. In that, you know, so there was a break in communication for quite some time. It's possible for some of you this person did go off somewhere though and travel, okay? Or like move, getting a possible relocation type of feeling. Or it could have just been like vacation, just like, you know, getting away for a bit. Something to clear their head, I feel like, and deal with this from a different perspective. Okay, so if you guys still follow each other on social media, I feel like you know this about this person. Or even if you don't, you still might know this. Like if you have mutual friends or a fake account, you know, I don't know. But I'm just getting the impression that because this popped up, there's a good chance you know that this person did that, okay? Okay, so we also have the Coyote card, as well as the Chariots, as well as the Hero card. Okay, so what I'm getting with this is with the Coyote card in particular. So you do view your person as being like, I feel like, first of all, they know that you think they're attractive, okay? And you do find this person to be clever, cunning, intelligent, like a coyote, you know, and they are very ambitious when it comes to their goals. So they know that deep down you're not over this connection, no matter how you guys act, but I feel like that's what you think they feel too. Okay, but you're both not really mirroring that, is what I'm seeing with this. And it's kind of like, I'm just getting the impression that you really want this person to see things from your perspective, okay? Like they're not seeing something clearly, and like the coyote, it's like they've got to adapt to what is their current reality instead of projecting these fears onto what they think is going on, okay? Because they are like brilliant in like every area, but when it comes to this relationship matter, it's kind of like where this person drops the ball. And I feel like you guys, that is what you think of them, okay? Because yeah, I see that they know that you see them crushing it in life. They've got these goals, they're on the move constantly. And also with the Chariot, that does kind of go, okay, so this person might have moved from you guys, and that might have been one of the obstacles and why you broke this off, because distance is coming through. Also, yeah, and with the Coyote, I get kind of like, just like a different environment type of feeling as well. So yeah, it's kind of like this person went off, and I feel like you're hoping they connect with like their truth and start to see this like differently, this connection. Because it's like you saw it. This person though, it's kind of like they feel like they kind of had to go off, I'm seeing with the Hero card as well though, in order to find themselves and reconnect with their truth and their path. Okay, so I actually do feel like this person is going to come back around, but I also feel like at this time, this is like something they currently feel like they have to do for themselves, is what's coming through. Because, okay, with the 6 here, this person does crave harmony between you two, but with the 9, it's definitely like I'm going to be single right now and do what's best for me. But it does, you know, the 9 of Hearts is more of the optimistic single card and says, will you choose me? So it is like they're going to come back around. And 7 is all about, you know, like a very introspective card and doing, again, like what they need to do to get right with themselves is what I'm seeing, and get like clarity on this situation. Although ultimately I feel like, you know, that comes from communication, but yeah, that's what's coming through though. This person seems to really want to go off and like do their own thing to discover, you know, themselves as well as what they want. Interesting. Okay, group number 2, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments, and if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Group number 3, okay, so how do they think you see them? Okay, group number 3, so right off the bat, we start off with the flowers. So I feel like deep down, they think you think they're the one. Okay, yeah. I know, bold of them to assume that, right? But that is what's coming through. Like that when things were good between you guys, I feel like this person was loving, caring, romantic, you know, like everything you could have wanted in a person. And now, you know, they're coming across like the 9 of Diamonds, like they want to be single. And I feel like you guys think, you know, like that's a front. And I'm not quite sure that they think that you think that, but they definitely want you to view them like they're happy being single, okay? But I'm with you. I do feel like it's a front, okay? All right, so more about how they think you view them. So it's kind of like one of you kind of said, hey, like, let's be friends. And even if you guys didn't outwardly say it, it's like that's kind of like the vibe that's going on between you two, because you might still be friends on social media. In fact, you guys might even, still communicate here or there. But I feel like, neither one of you, though, really views the other as a friend, is what's coming through with that. Okay, so they are definitely coming across like they're being mysterious. So like if you guys are communicating, I don't think it's about anything that's actually significant in regards to you two. Or even if it is, it's like this such a sporadic feeling, like once in a blue moon, and it's like you guys don't really get down to like, okay, so what are we doing? You know what I mean? So yeah, they do feel like, you can't quite get a read on them, you can't quite gauge them, and you don't really know what their intentions are, and what they want. They do think you view them like a prince or princess, kind of like spoiled but entitled type feeling. I think they view you guys like that as well. So like a princess or prince. So you guys are mirroring that kind of energy back and forth. And I feel like you're both kind of just being like, kind of like just holding your stance and what went down, and no one's really budging. No one knows what the other wants. And it's kind of like it's just easier not to communicate, But I do see, though, that you guys still feel really connected to this person, like still emotionally and energetically connected, and in particular through music is what came through. So it's kind of like, that soul connection of like, it doesn't matter if you guys are, like far apart, haven't heard from each other, when certain songs come on, like, that person's thinking about you, okay? It's like that 5D connection. And it's like you think, okay, like, what are we doing? Why aren't we together? Like, we both feel it. It's like, that. Also, I feel like you guys in particular, those who chose this group, also probably dream of your person when they are thinking about you as well. Yeah, because I do feel like deep down you both feel like this connection is destiny, and that's why neither one of you have quite let each other go, even though you haven't spoken, and if you have, it hasn't been much. Okay, that's what I'm seeing with that. Okay, so let's take a look at a few more cards. So I have the sea turtle here. Ooh, King Midas, or Midas. And the Three of Water reversed. So what comes to me in regards to more about your person is that, with the Three of Water reversed, it's like they are coming across like this person is almost too busy to be in a relationship. Like they have a lot of responsibilities, I'm seeing, and they're just like, they're swamped with work, school, they could be juggling like family obligations, home life obligations, hobbies, side hustle, like, you name it. This person's doing it. They're juggling a lot currently. Not that that's an excuse not to be with somebody, but I do feel like this person, they have a lot of their time and energy being taken away from them because of all these obligations. Okay, that is coming through. And they do think that you know that about them, that they've got a lot going on. So there hasn't been much time for dating, friends, a break. They're just really like nose to the grindstone, working, very busy. But here's also what's coming through. Like this person is well on their way though to a lot of success I'm seeing with Midas. And I feel like for some of you in particular, you're dealing with somebody with their own business. And that's also like why they're having to put in so many like hours a day, really trying to take off with this idea. And with Midas, it's like this person is good at what they do, but I do feel like they can tend to like spend so long on work, okay? And yeah, I do feel like that got in the way. Okay, so and then with the sea turtle card here, what's interesting is, it's all about like taking what you need and flowing with life, okay? And I feel like this is actually like the energy that your person could really tap into right now. And it's like, don't spend that excessive time, doing things that aren't going to help. Like, yes, spend time, you know, doing your work, but also make time for other things. Like, there's a balance to it, you know? And it's kind of like, and okay, so also with the turtle, you know, it's kind of like they are definitely independent and self-sufficient, okay? It's like, okay, we got that, you know? But on the flip side to that is like this person, they have a tougher time allowing people in. And I feel like as soon as things get rocky, it's like they retreat themselves, you know? And so it's like, it's kind of like, you know, people have to adapt to the newness. And it's like, if this person wants it to work with you, I'm seeing that they're going to have to like start approaching things differently. You know, think outside the box. If you do what you always did, you'll get what you've always got. So it's like this person's got to switch up their strategy. Like, they're intelligent, but it's kind of like they get caught up. They get caught up in a routine, and then they kind of, you know, they just get the same results. And it's like if this person had a more relaxed way about going forward, so flowing with life like the turtle, then it's like, it's amazing. I feel like they would all of a sudden like start to, like, different areas of life would flow for them. So it's kind of like, you know, they know that you see them as doing something that could, like, that they need to improve on something. They know it, they don't want to hear it, but it's kind of like, I mean, you know, if things are interfering with your guys' connection and this is what they want, well, something's got to give without totally letting go of it, like something, you know. And it does start with being more go with the flow, then things flow effortlessly. But yeah, okay, so this is interesting. They do know that you see them as being like good at whatever it is that they do and successful. And it's kind of like they want you guys to see them as King Midas, okay? Like a king, like a boss on their throne, you know, making things happen. But I feel like you guys, you know, you probably wouldn't admit that unless you do call your person king, you know. I get the impression this group's like, yeah, I'm not, you know, stroking their ego. Okay, this is like my go-getter and chill group, okay? Like, on one hand, you do see your person as being very, like, ambitious, go-getter-like, but then they do have this, like, laid-back, fun side that goes with the flow, too. And I feel like you're just kind of rooting for them to, like, tap back into that, you know what I mean? And, like, enjoy life. Like, relax, take a breath, and enjoy life, okay? And be that fun, spontaneous, romantic self. Yeah. Okay, group number 3, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right. Bye, guys.